Assalamualaikum everyone. I am HM Mirajul Misbah, a student of MST studying in Naval Architecture and Marine Engineering. So today I'm going to show you how to draw a uh, hull of a ship in MaxApp software. So this is my university assignment, and I have in my instructor give me the values of the ship. The values of the ship mean the length, breadth, and the depth of the ship. And the length, breadth, and depth of the ship would be 100 meter, 15 meter, and 8 meter respectively. So at first, I am gonna take a surface, and the surface would be water plane, and I maximize the perspective and turn on the rendering option, and I will change the color of the plane, and it will be, I love to take uh, light color. Okay, so that's it. Now I'm gonna show you how to now I'm gonna change the give the size of this surface. So it would be, the length of the ship is 100 meter, so I'm taking it as 100 meter, and the beam of the ship would be that means the breadth of the ship would be supposed to be 15 meter, but I'm taking it as 31 meter. You may ask why, so that's why I'm gonna explain you in this video. So it's an example for why we are taking depth of the ship is 0 meter, and where my and where I'm taking the beam is more than they are asking for me. So uh, let's talk about with let's understand with this a small paper. uh, Suppose I give you my anyone give me this paper and say me to ask me to made a small box with this paper, which have to be a length of uh, suppose it will be 10 centimeter, I don't know, and it will be its length, and the beam of this, or you may say, okay, we say for breadth of this will be 5 centimeter, and depth or height, it both are same thing, 3 centimeter. Okay, so but we have to make this one may fulfill this requirement with only this paper. We cannot use another paper to adjust with it or something else. So how could we do this? So to do this we have to so the length is fixed. Okay, so it is a 10 meter or 10 centimeter paper, that's okay, but the breadth and depth we have to fulfill the requirement. So suppose from here to where the uh, breadth of the paper is 5 centimeter. Okay, now we have to fill up the depth. So on this side it's 3 centimeter, on this side it's another 3 centimeter. So now if we make this just like this one, then it will make the box that what it was asked for me to make this. So when I am giving the input in side surface, then I am not only input I'm not giving the value 5 centimeter, the depth of the surface, I'm also adding the depth of both side, and it's and the total of it is 11 centimeter. So such like that, in my assignment our teacher give us the beam, or you may say the breadth of the ship would be 15 meter. 15 meter. Okay, just check once again. 15 meter, and the depth of the ship would be 8 meter. So the depth of the ship on both sides, it's 18 meter into 2 times. So if we add all those, it will be 31 meter. I guess you may understand why I am giving the command 31 meter. Okay, now you may understand why I am taking the breadth of the ship as 31 meter. So now let's move on the next stage. So now I'm gonna maximizing this one. Okay, and after this I will add some uh, control point in body plan, and always remember the control points you are adding on body plan would be odd number. You may ask why. I did not ask my instructor why we are adding odd number of uh, control points, but I assume that in my previous assignments and in my previous lectures, I have been always noticed that the station numbers of a ship always is odd number. So that I'm guessing the control points I'm adding in this body plan would be as uh work as station. Okay, so I'm taking odd number of station number, yeah, control points there. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. Okay, so I just turn on the surface button, yeah, surface option, just checking. Mm, okay, so I'm just once again come back to the body plan of, so I will have to change the offset of those control points, and all those have to be have the value of 0 meter, maybe. So I just add all those control points and change their height. Okay. So now I'm gonna add some more control points on the top view. So here you have to remember, you may add control points on this side, and in this side you have to add control points on both sides, but the total number of control points would be odd number and you have to maintain it. So I'm adding. So 4 5 6 and 7. Okay, now we have to change their offset option. So if we look at it's here, it's 15.5. So now we have to change it into 15.5. Same goes for here. Okay. So those value also would be 15.5. So now remember, or if you try to recall, in my beginning of the video, I just said that the breadth of the ship would be 15 meters. So the half breadth of the ship would be 7.5 meters. So the longitudinal line, you may say here, from here we have to find out that line which is close 1 to 7.5 offset. So it's it has the value of 7.583. So we will change the offset of we will change the control points uh of these lines control points. So all their offset value will be 7.5. Okay, so all those lines have the 7.5 value in their offset. So now I have to drag and select all the control points from this longitudinal line to above all. Okay, so I have been selected all those control points, and now I have to go to the control options to rotates and controls. So I'll go to rotates and controls option. So why uh, I'm doing this? Wait. From here you will see what will happen if when I will do this from controls. Okay, so rotate controls from a rotation in degrees. Here you have to always remember that the max surf has a uh you may say I think that it is defined in max surf. If you input minus 90 degree as a value, then the then the hull of the ship, or the wall, you may say, the plane of it's a plane, it's a simple plane, but the wall of the ship, or you may say the depth of the ship, would be a perpendicular. So when you are giving you will give a plus 90 value, the depth of the ship would be in opposite direction in max up, so that I am taking it as minus 90. Okay. And when I'm in giving the value of rotate about, it would be the 7.5 in transverse, because the depth of a ship is we could see in body plan, or you may see in transverse view. Okay. So that's why I'm taking it as 7.5 meter. So now if we look at this, here you may say, see this is my uh this is going to be our ship hull, but it's not properly completed. Now let's move on the next step. How could we make the uh make them? Okay, so to do this we have to change something in here. So always remember to make our you may there is no need to remember. You may see many ships, and all ships have a smooth curvature in their uh, hulls. To create this smooth curvature in a ship, you have to change their stiffness from their properties. So I have to select this, and I have to change their stiffness from here. It would be better if you give a value from 3, 4, 5. It could be higher, more higher, but in our class, our instructor said to give it as value 4. So I'm taking it as 4. So now you may say see the fillet of hair. Okay. So I have to make the hull of the ship. So to make the hull of the ship, I'll have to maximize this profile view, and then I'll have to select all those control points So I was talking about that if we have to select all those uh, control points by dragging it, and input their value of offset in is 0. What will happen if we give the value of offset is 0? We'll we'll see the changes in perspective too. Okay, now if I we maximize this one, and you may see uh, the this portion of the ship is uh, just this portion is look like just now a ship. Okay, so now it will be our forward portion of the ship. Okay, now we have to work about this one, the aft portion of the ship. To work this one or to make this, we'll have to select all those control points, and then press the button shift, and drag them in this corner. Okay, so now if we see this one, you may see that all those control points are mm, or the aft portion of the ship is bended in this area. Okay, so now let's move on the next step. So our ship almost has been uh you may say the hull of the ship almost has been completed, but now we know that our ship is always has a smooth curve at the front of its hair. In profile view, we may say that here we see the smooth portion of the ship in their hull. So to make this, change we have to change the control points from here, um, by dragging those control points, and we can bring changes here. It's totally depend on our imagination how we could imagine and how we draw here. Okay, if we look at this one, and if now we change this control point also, and now change this one. Okay, so we just do some changes in the front portion of the profile. Now if we look at the perspective portion, okay, you may see that the at the front of the ship there is some uh, curvatures. Okay, so let's zoom here and move this. So now you may say that there is a curvature. It just look like a bulbous bow of a ship. Okay, so you may try to do something else or some more changes by here clicking the those control points of the ship. Okay, so now you may say all here the changes of the ship in perspective view. Okay, so now let's work with the aft portion of the ship. Okay, so in the forward portion of the ship we just completed. So now let's talk about the aft portion. So in aft portion we usually draw the radar and the uh, propeller of the ships. To draw those, we have to take maintain some space there. So to make those spaces, we have to select all those control points and shift, press the shift button and click and drag it in this way, and then those point will be uh, moved from here. Okay, let's try to move. I'm doing all those, selecting all those control points and holding the shift button and then click on any control point and just trying to remove. Yeah, I just trying to draw a shape. Yeah, draw the draw a curvature here, uh, just like and to give it shape like an foreign shape. So just try to do again and again to make some space there for the propeller and the uh, radar of the ship. So let's. Okay. I think now it's look like something better. If we look in perspective view, where is the portion of my room? Okay, so let's try to see the aft portion of the ship. So yeah, yeah. Now it's look like kind of the ship we are expecting here, and it's look like perfect. Uh, I think it's perfect. Uh, there is no such thing perfect in engineering. There might be many solutions of many problems, arising problems. So uh, I think it is the optimal solution as a beginner. And so the half portion and the forward portion of our ship is completed. So now we'll look forward uh, for the for some annotation. So we have to make sure that there is the depth and the DWL of the ship and the forward perpendicular and the aft perpendicular of the ship. To make those forward perpendicular and uh, aft perpendicular, we'll have to go to the data section of the ship, yeah, or MaxSurf, and from here we'll go to frame of reference. So in frame of reference, we'll have to Mhm. We can see that the longitudinal datum and the vertical datum. So the uh, I'll click here and do command to trace to the trace to find the base. So the here they are saying the base is at 0.0028 meters. So I'm taking it as 0 meter because our baseline obviously is at 0 meter, and the depth of my ship was 8 meters. So I'm taking the DWL as 6 meter of this ship, and and I'm taking the forward perpendicular, uh, and I'm setting it as set to DWL. So you may see the forward perpendicular, and now I'm taking the uh, aft perpendicular, and the aft perpendicular would be at the length of the ship or of our ship was 100 meters. So if we take it as 100 meter, and let's see where is there showing our uh aft perpendicular, and okay, so the aft perpendicular is showing us and okay, so there might be some mistake. I have to change this. So I have to change the frame of reference. So I will take it as uh, 9 minus 40 meter. So when I'm taking it as minus 40 meter, it's showing me the aft perpendicular in the um kind of the middle portion of the ship. So I'll change the value again, and I'll take another value for this um minus 40 meter. So if I now take it as minus 95 meter, then yeah, the aft perpendicular is uh the reference of the aft perpendicular is showing at the right place. So where we used to know the, so I think that's enough, and it is the now the assignment is totally completed. Okay, so let's see on the next video, and if you have any doubt, you may ask me in my comment section. I will try to explain. Okay.